Hey, good morning everybody. Today is Wednesday, October 17th, and how's everybody doing today? As you saw in my video from the other day, or Tuesday's video, at the very end there, I broke down with the combine. This is the old chain. I just laid it out so that I can measure it, and this is the new chain. I just gotta cut it off here, or I gotta take this, cut it to the right length here, and then that would be good to go. But one thing that I found out happened last night is when that chain it wrapped up around the sprocket. This is the drive shaft that goes up to the that drives the shaft that hooks up to the combine. And something had to give, and so when there was no other give point, there was no shear bolts or no nothing, so it just basically twisted this thing off and snapped it right off. So anyways, yeah, so I had to take that apart. I could just tell that something just didn't seem right yet with it when I was turning the I just wanted to make sure there was something else that didn't cause the chain to break. I couldn't find anything that caused the chain to break. I think the chain just broke because it was a little bit loose. There's some times where the auger got plugged up, and I think it just strained the chain. It actually did break. The connector link is the one that actually broke. So, but I don't want to put that chain back on because it kind of got gemmed up kind of bad. And being we're going to be a little further, the next field we have to do is going to be further from home. I don't want to take the chance of having that one go again. So anyway, I gotta run this into John Deere here and have them fix it, because I don't want to drive to the New Holland dealership because they're like 25 miles away, and the John dealership is about 8 miles away. So this thing should be a pretty standard thing. This tubing, they just have to take and cut this, or weld, or take a torch and cut this off or whatever, and weld a new piece of square tubing. This tubing is a pretty standard thing, so they should have it at the John Deere dealership. I mean, they fix power shafts all the time, so they should have it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into the John Deere dealership in town and have them get that fixed. So that's how I'm starting out my day. Well, we still got to milk. Well, my brother, he's milking cows right now. We're doing some milk testing here too, so the milk tester guy is here. But we got to get this fixed so we can get that other field done and get over to the other one. So I'm going to quick run this thing into town. That's the plan that a country boy thinks. Thank God he made me this way. I'm fishing, flooding every day. Early in the Okay guys, yeah, I just went into the John dealership and I thought for sure they'd have something here to fix it, but they said they didn't have any square tubing like this. So he said to try the farm store and see if they have some. He said if I could find some there, bring it in here, and they said they could fix it. If not, I'll just have to go down to the New Holland dealership and do it that way, I guess. So I guess that's what the deal is. So and head out to the farm store and see what they have. Okay, I just stopped here at the farm store at Runnings here, and they had some tubing for it, but they had U-joint welded on the other end, and the guy in there said there's another welding fabrication place here in town, and he said to try them. They should have this square tubing. This is kind of oblong square tubing, so he said they should have some in bulk, and obviously they should. As long as it's oblong like that, I could get it, probably be cheaper, because here it's like for the shaft, probably with that the yoke, I should say. The yoke is welded on there, not the universal joint, but the yoke is welded on the end. And you know, I'd be paying, I mean, because this thing here, all they got to do is just take and cut this thing off and weld a new square tubing on this end here. And I don't really need the yoke, I just need a shaft. So if I could go out there, it'd be cheaper, I'd save some money. They can cut it to the right length, then I could take it to John Deere. So that's what I'll do. I'm gonna head out to that welding fabrication shop and see what they have. Okay, I just stopped here at the welding fabrication shop, and they said they'd be able to help me. They didn't have any square tubing, but I'm gonna go back out to the farm store and buy that tubing that they have there, because these guys can fix it cheaper than John Deere, because John Deere wants, you know, it'll maybe take them 30 minutes to fix it or whatever, 20 minutes. They'll charge $125 an hour to fix it. And the shaft that I gotta buy out there is $109 or something like that. So then I'm looking at over 200 bucks. So I think these guys will do it for like $60, maybe even less than that, to weld it. So I got to go out there and get that, and then bring it back here. And then the guy that's going to weld it, he's got to come out here yet, and he's going to do it. So that's what the plan is, to get that, head back out to the farm store. So it's kind of a wild goose chase today, trying to get this get that thing taken care of. So that's what I'm going to do, is run back out there and come back here and drop it off. And then, so I guess, okay everybody, we got this drive shaft fixed, and let me get you out of the sun here. Yeah, so they got it all welded up here at the welding and fabrication shop there. Normally they don't do things here at this shop, like people bring in things to weld. They make hay feeders and feed bunks and stuff, and head gates for livestock. But they were willing to do this, to weld this thing for us. And we basically we had to buy some square, like I showed you earlier in the video. We had to go to the farm store and buy some of the square tubing. They took that and cut that off, the tubing and everything, and then there was a yoke at the end that was like $109. And then the guy, I guess he only ended up charging us like 20 bucks to weld this thing on here. So we basically saved like, it was like $105 or something like that. So if we had taken out to John Deere, it would have had them do it, they would have charged us a full $125 an hour. Even if it would have been 20 minutes, they would have charged us for that. This guy was nice enough to only charge us 20 bucks. So yeah, so we saved ourselves a little bit of money by doing it. But yeah, so I'm just gonna get ready to mount this thing on here. It's actually like 4 in the afternoon. We had to when I went back out there in the last video segment, the guy that was gonna weld this, he wasn't there yet, so I just dropped it off. And anyways, we had to finish up some morning chores and some afternoon chores a little bit, and so he got this. My brother went in and got it. So I'm gonna get this thing mounted on here, and I guess we're gonna get out and finish the field. There's about 10 acres left to finish, so we're gonna get that done. And then we're gonna get my brother, he's gonna get the grain auger set up, and we're gonna put the beans in that bin there. That way you can start putting a little bit of air on it to dry them down a little bit, because some of them, the beans are a little bit wet, and some of them were just not very much, but we just want to be on the safe side and put a little air on it. So he's gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go up and finish combining that about 10 acres, and then we're gonna see if we can get everything, get this flex head here on the header trailer, so it's right ready to go for tomorrow, so we can run everything over to the other field. It's gonna take a better part of the afternoon to get everything moved over there. Cause like, that's, you know, in the morning we got to do milking chores and stuff, so we don't have all day. Not like a grain farmer could just wake up in the morning and go do that. No, we can't just do that. So we got to see what we get done here today. So I'm gonna quit babbling on here, and I'm gonna get that shaft on, and I'll see you when I get out to the field. field is done. Okay. We are done with this field at long last. So I'm gonna head over the gravity box over there yonder, and I'm gonna dump this load, and I'll get some footage here of dumping, and then we're gonna get ready to get over to the other field. Finally, some money. I see, some people might see beans, but I see money. These beans are gonna help pay some bills. Well, just got the gravity box, keep it full, so yep. I got one gravity box, 500 about 500 bushels or so here, maybe a little bit more, organic food grade soybeans. So and that field is all done. So yep, not necessarily how much they yielded, it's whether or not we made profit on the beans. But I guess if you could sell these things for more money, that's all that matters. I know the yield, the yield on food grade beans isn't always, like feed or like the regular feed grade soybeans, but it's what you get paid, and like I said, as long as you make a profit. But I do know that these things did yield better than last year, so it's nice to have this field done. So I'm gonna go back home and get things ready to get that flex head off, so tomorrow we can get everything moved over to other fields. So but we'll go back and get these beans unloaded and get to doing that other stuff. So okay, everybody. Yeah, you saw us unloading the soybeans. Anyways, I guess I didn't say anything because I didn't think it was going to be too big of a deal, but apparently it's a bigger deal than what it is. But I was just, before I unloaded the last of the beans there, I was just going to the field and just cleaning up the spots that I had missed. And anyways, I just got done, and I had the head running and all of a sudden the reel quit turning. And so I found out, at first I thought it was maybe like there's a square key here. I thought maybe it was that, but then I looked, and somehow down in there, if you can see that, right, if I get the light in there, yeah, there's right there where the shaft hooks up to the reel here. The weld came loose, so Yeah, right in there where I'm shining the light. That came loose. So I'm gonna have to call a welding guy to come and fix that. I hope it's not gonna be too big of a deal, but like I say, I didn't say anything right away because I thought it was gonna be an easier fix than what it was. So then I got it up here, looked at it a little closer, and I found out that that's bad. So hopefully I'm gonna go see if I can give the guy a call, either if he can come yet tonight or in the morning, and we get this welded and get this done and get this on the header trailer and get it over to the other fields. So anyway, so I guess with that, I think I'll leave you for the day. So anyways, that's all I've got for today, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Hopefully we get everything moved over to the field, and I'll try to keep you guys up to date on what's going on. So anyways, please like, rate, comment, and subscribe. And thanks to everybody for watching this video. Thanks to everybody that subscribed to my channel, and I appreciate all of you. And I guess that's all I've got, so I will catch you later.